Massive breaking news to the 10 people who were actually excited to see the new Snow White movie. It's not looking too good. Things are not looking the best. And when you think of the top 5 most annoying people online, who do you think of? Of course, the first one that comes to mind is probably Hassan Piker. Second is probably Sensitive Society. Maybe in third spot, you'll have Rachel Zegler, one of the most annoying, obnoxious, and just stupid people alive. It feels like the Snow White movie has been coming out for the last 4 to 5 years. I know that it got pushed back a few times and it's had a lot of issues and a lot of controversies, and all thanks to one person, and that is Rachel Zegler. And no, this has nothing to do with politics. Sure, there's a lot of people that don't like her because of her political takes, but I'm not one of them. I'm one of those people that just dislikes her because she's just mad annoying. She just has this extremely pretentious attitude about everything. I totally forgot that the new Snow White movie was supposed to come out in 10 days? And I've literally seen no one talk about this. No one is hyped. The only people that I could imagine being hyped for this are like Disney adults, and I'm talking about the extremely cringy Disney adults, because there's two categories: people who are just unk status, who love Disney for whatever reason, but they're not weird, they're not annoying, they're just, they love Disney. But then there's another group of those same Disney adults that need to be Thanos snapped. So like I said, the movie is set to release within a few days, and legitimately there's no buzz about it. The only buzz we got right now is these type of articles that are coming out about them canceling the premiere. Disney won't be having a Snow White UK premiere in an attempt to avoid the anti-woke backlash to the controversial adaptation. Now, you guys know me. I hate the word woke. I think people have overused it to death. Everything is woke. I see a nice black person walking down the street. Oh my God, the world has gone woke. I hate that word. It's lost all meaning. I hate that if you criticize this movie, you're like in the anti-woke community, and you're always, this is woke, this is woke, this is woke. It's just like, nah, man, not all of us are like that. Most of the people who are like shitting on this film, even if you take everything out with the controversy and Rachel Zegler, and she said this, she did that, it's not 1930 anymore, and the princess sold to the princess, or whatever she said. I don't know. She said so many dumb shit that I cannot keep track of it, even though I've made videos about her. Even if you take out all the controversy and her stupid takes, you still have a shitty movie. As one of the most anticipated and expensive films of the year, here it was mad expensive. Anticipated? No one has been looking forward to this movie ever. I have not heard one single person online or in real life be like, yo, you know what a movie I'm looking forward to seeing the most this year? Not all the other good stuff that's coming out later this year. I'm hyped for Snow White. All right, quick experiment here. I'm editing this video. Text your sister, text whoever you have in your life, cousin, brother, aunt, whatever. Cousin even. I think I already said that. I'm kind of retarded today. Ask anyone if they're hyped or excited to see Snow White. All right, and leave it in the comments below. And also tell them to subscribe to this channel because it's goated. Just a thought that I had. Generally question, how many people are actually hyped to see this? Let me know. All right, now back to the video. Snow White is one of the biggest properties that Disney has, and for them to not have a red carpet in the UK is extremely interesting, and it kind of shows me that they have no faith in the movie. They're going to lose money. I believe I saw the budget was 150 to 200 million, and of course you got to double that with the marketing. Let's say the budget was between 300 million to 400 million. Do I think it's going to make that? Hell nah, it's not making that. And if I'm wrong, let God strike me right now. Okay, nothing happened. In all seriousness, this movie needs to make an insane amount of money to recoup or break even. And who can you blame for that? You can blame the one, the only, top 3 most annoying people of all time, Rachel Zegler. She's done nothing to help out this movie. She just tried her hardest to bury it. Despite the fact that I made 1 or 2 videos about the Snow White situation, I believe I haven't talked about this. It has already disenchanted David Hann, whose father worked on the cartoon, which won Walt Disney an honorary Oscar, and said that the duo would be turning in their graves as the original film was made with good taste. Who's this movie made for? Cringy Disney adults? Rachel Zegler fans? Who the fuck is a Rachel Zegler fan? And you might be like, well, sense, that's only in the UK. No one lives in the UK. Okay. Well, as of yesterday, the premiere also got canceled here in America. The great USA, the greatest country on earth. Okay, I gotta stop. So this article came out yesterday. Disney scales back Snow White Hollywood premiere amid Rachel Zegler and Gal Gadot controversies. Disney is hosting a Hollywood premiere of Snow White on March 15, but the studio won't be rolling out a robust red carpet like they usually do. And then it just tells you, yeah, they're gonna have a pre-party for all the people and the screening at the theater, yada yada yada. But the red carpet will not include the dozens of media outlets that are usually invited by Disney to interview the cast and creatives. I'm thinking two things, right? They don't want Rachel Zegler to open her mouth, or number two, they don't want Rachel Zegler to open her mouth and bury this movie even further. This is a recipe for disaster, and I have no idea who casted Rachel Zegler to play Snow White, but whoever did that, you need to be fired, and you should never in a million years be able to cast anyone ever again. Truth be told, I probably would have been a better pick to play Snow White than Rachel Zegler. Literally anyone would be better than her. I don't know, at this point I'm just like, yo, this is just a huge money laundering scheme. Instead, coverage will be limited to photographers and house crew. The studio did not comment for this story, but scaled back plans amid controversy surrounding them, about the movie Snow White, pretty much. Who do you have to blame for that? She single-handedly has been destroying this movie for the last 3 years-ish. I don't think it's gonna do well. And no, it's not because I belong to the woke is the best and Elon is the best. No, do not put me with those retards. Those people are fucking brain dead, simping for a multi-billionaire. I do not belong to that insane fucking group. You guys wanna know what group I belong in? I belong in the group where I'm just a guy who likes movies and I'm like, this looks like shit. Just your average guy. I have no political side. I am not smart enough to grift off of either. All I know is that this movie looks like trash. But yeah, it's not looking too good. Premieres are getting canceled, but now it's also happening to the US. Before we go, my theory here is that they just don't want people to ask, yo, what do you think about Palestine and Israel? What do you think about the war? What do you think about Trump? And all of this other stuff in a kids movie. You guys gotta keep that in mind. This is supposed to be a kids movie, all right? And I don't think Disney wants Rachel Zegler to talk. She's done enough. And as a matter of fact, let me check this before I go because I haven't covered the Snow White situation in forever. So this trailer has 53,000 likes, and according to this app, over 1 million dislikes. And I'm looking at the comments, and it's just like, there's like, what, almost 100K, right? And the top one says, coming to a theater near you. For the first time in my life, I'm glad there are no theaters near me. They finally did it. They made a movie that no one's going to pirate. Yeah, that is true. No one wants to see this. Like, I cannot think of one soul, not anyone that I know personally, who's like, yeah, I'm gonna go see this. I know numbers aren't everything, but I'm genuinely curious to see what this does within the first few days. Of course, there's always going to be, the NPCs, the sheeps of the world who go and watch it. But I think everyone else who, we're not even going to hate watch. Like, I thought about it, but I'm like, do I want to give Disney more money? Like, no. But yeah, with that said, what do you guys think of the situation? Let me know in the comments below. And before you go, subscribe to this channel or you and your whole family will be forced to watch the movie in 4DX and Rachel Zegler will be sitting next to all of you. So you better subscribe and like the video and turn notifications on. Beggars all the time. Anyways, I'm out.